Hello everyone, I am Erika of BEADIngschool.com and you are watching No One Has to Bead Alone, my weekly free workshop to make sure that all beaders around the world have company and that we can have fun together while working on the same new designs every week that I make for you specifically for this broadcast. Today you can watch this video from the Beading School Club and also from the Beading School Facebook page. And thank you so much, Katie, for letting me know that you can hear me and you can see me. And hi, Brit Marie, and hi, Jessica, and hi, Manuela. And Faye is here. Then we have a Facebook user friend who needs to click the link if she wants me to see her name and see her face. Then we have Liv and Maria and Marion and Connie. Welcome, ladies. And Natalie is here. She's practicing her French. Wonderful. I think we have some more French beaders here, and it is always so nice to see that from how many corners of the world we come together, and sometimes we even try to count how many different languages we all speak together, and it is wonderful. And hi, Antoinette, and Kata is here, and Corinne is here, and Gunal is here, and Jennifer is here, and another Erika is here, and Anne is here. Anne is here after a couple of weeks. So nice to have you back, Anne. And Lutka is here also. Hello, ladies. So today we will work on the Satie Bracelet. And those of you who have signed up for the Beading School Academy and who have visited the virtual classroom of the Beading School Academy, then you might already be familiar with the name Satie. Satie was a French composer and during the Art Nouveau era, and Art Nouveau is the style what inspired not only the Satie Bracelet, but also the whole first Beading School Academy box. So that's why I chose the name. And if you navigate to the classroom, then you will find there some music and even a dancing video to enjoy to get into the Art Nouveau mood. We also have Eleanor here, and Claire is here, and Diana is here from Hungary, and Sherry is here also. Welcome, ladies. So, today's class, as always, is accompanied by a printable PDF file to make it easier for you to follow the workshop. I am just posting the link where you can find the printable PDF file, or you can also type in noonehastobedalone.com and it will navigate you to the page where you can download it from. And as always, you have two options. There is an option to download the tutorial for free, and then it is my gift for you. And there is always an option to buy the tutorial for €5 and to support the broadcast. And today, I would like to say a big heartfelt thank you to everyone who is keeping each other company here week by week. Also to everyone who decides to invite friends and shares the news about No One Has to Bead Alone, because that really, really helps us. And also a specific thank you to everyone who decides to go for this support version. And today, as a gift for those beaders who decided to go and buy the tutorial actually includes 2 extra things for you. So I can show you my my appreciation. So on one hand, the basic tutorial, the free download, shows you how to bead a simple motif. And the other version that you can buy today, it includes an extra piece of thread pass showing you how to bead several motifs for a bracelet without having to start a new thread for the motifs. So you can bead a bracelet in one go. And there is also a tutorial for this pendant included that can match your bracelet. So thank you so much for your help, for keeping this going. And in the meanwhile, Gabriella joined us. Hi, Gabriella. Katie says, I love the box, but first I have to finish some of my workshops before I can use something from the box. I love your attitude, Katie. It shows that you are a teacher and you have a nice work attitude. By the way, how is Tanya? I would love to hear that. I hope she is feeling better. And hi, Martina from Costa Rica. Oh, I bet that the weather is nicer than here. And then Irene is here, and good morning, Cora, and Chris is here, and Betty Lou. And Cora, the list you can find on noonehas2beadalone.com. If you scroll up a little bit, you will also find the link, so you can check it, and I will also name all the ingredients for the bracelet in a little while. And then we have Mansi from India. Which part of India are you from, Mansi? Welcome. Then we have Marianne. Natalie says she loves the pendant. Thank you, Natalie. Vania is here. Then we have some Facebook users. And Martina is in the middle of the rainy season, so okay. My rainy season in the Netherlands starts in October and then it lasts until June. And then we have a very brief period of less rain. So, yeah, but I know, yeah, it's different. But we joke a lot about Dutch weather. And Mansi is from Delhi. I have been to Delhi a couple of times, but never really explored it. And Tanya is a bit better. And I hope that Tanya will feel soon a lot better. And I am, and we are sending her healing thoughts, and we are waiting for her to coming back. And hi, Niti. So, and let's look at the bracelet that we are going to work on. All the ingredients, they come from the first Beading School Academy box. However, I am pretty sure that you already have, even if you don't have the box, or if you don't have the box yet. By the way, if you are still hesitating, if you would like to get it, then I just want to say that I would advise to make a decision as soon as possible, because well, we run out of the fuchsia boxes in 3 days, and we are getting close to running out of the turquoise boxes too. So just a friendly warning. So the box, it contains enough beads for many jewels, but the name of the theme, the Magic Garden, it is chosen by another bracelet, the Magic Garden bracelet. And if you would like to bead this in the original colors, then I would recommend to use a different color of seed beads for Sati, because I'm not 100% sure that the around 15 seed beads will be enough for both of the bracelets. Also, take care that you choose where would you like to use your 4mm PRECIOSA rhinestones, to make sure that you can bead the bracelet in the colorway that you prefer. So let's see, what do you need for the Satie bracelet? I will show you a bigger version a little bit. So if we start in the middle, and hi Shirley. Oh, and I just see that Niti, you are still not. Yeah, everyone in Niti's household is having still a pretty bad cold. Wishing you a speedy recovery, Niti, and everyone at home. So let's start in the middle of the motifs. So you will need some 4mm or SS16 PRECIOSA SU1 rhinestones to the middle. As you can see, I combined two colors in my bracelet to give it more, like make it more interesting, or I can't find the word for it. I'm a bit sorry. So more motion or something. So I combined fuchsia rhinestones and I combined crystal AB rhinestones in the middle, both of them in the SS16 4mm size, in a metal setting. Then you will need some 3mm fire polished beads. For one motif, you need 8 pieces of those. Then you need some size 11 and size 15 round seed beads. I always use MIYUKI. That's my preferred brand. And I combined 3 different colors of the round 15 seed beads, but again, it's up to you if you would like to go with 1 color, with 2 colors, or with 3 colors. And besides that, you also need some size 11 MIYUKI Delica beads. And if you would like to make a bracelet, then you will need some beads to connect your motifs to each other. I used round 11 MIYUKI seed beads, and in the combination with 4mm PRECIOSA BICONE beads, but this part is completely up to you. You can actually easily adjust the length of the bracelet by adding smaller or bigger beads, by adding less beads in between or more beads in between. And let's get started. In the meanwhile, Lynn joined us. Hi, Lynn. And Chantal joined us also. So let's see the illustration. And let's see my hand camera. Just a moment. And we have everything. I think I can hide the finished bracelet, and let's get started. So, sorry, one more adjustment. The camera. So, on the first step, I will start with picking up my rhinestone, and then I pick up 2 pieces of MIYUKI Delica beads. I will add 2 MIYUKI Delica beads always in between 2 holes of the rhinestone. There are 2 holes running in a cross shape on the back side of this metal setting where this PRECIOSA rhinestone is sitting. So in step 1 and step 2, that's what I am doing. I'm exiting a hole of the rhinestone. I pick up 2 pieces of Delica beads and then I go through the other hole of the rhinestone until I have 4 times 2 MIYUKI delicate beads around the rhinestone. Cora, in the meanwhile, could you find the beads and could you find the list what you need? And hi Yvette and hi Donna. So I am adding the 3rd pair of MIYUKI delicate beads, and then the last one. So this is how it looks like at the moment. Hi Sarah. Please let me know, ladies, if this is clear so far. And I am actually very curious to hear what are you making today and what kind of colors are you using? Are you using your colors from the Beadingschool academy box, or are you putting them together as Cora is putting them together as we are beading? And are you going to make a bracelet like I did, or earrings, pendant? What is on your list today, to-do list today? After I picked up the 4 pairs of MIYUKI delicate size 11 beads, in step 3, I am beading. I am working now counterclockwise, and I bead through 1 MIYUKI delicate bead. So my thread is hanging towards the gap between 2 delicate beads added at once. And I will bead around the motif in a way that in between the 2 delicate beads, I am always going to add a pair of my first color of round 15 seed beads. This is my most important color in the bracelet. And in between 2 pairs of the MIYUKI delicate beads, I am adding round 11 seed beads. So this part, when I am adding the pair of round 15 seed beads in between the 2 delicate beads that belong to the same pair of delicate beads, it's actually a herringbone stitch. And then I am just adding a round 11 seed bead into the gap to get to the next pair of MIYUKI delicate beads. And let's see. Brit Marie says, I'm actually going to finish my Magic Garden bracelet today. Brit Marie, I'm looking forward. Did you use the beads from the box, or are you putting together your own color combination? Joyce, yes, I can see you, and I'm happy to see you. Welcome, Joyce. And then we have Gunel. Gunel is using lilac, pink, and turquoise. I highly approve of any color combinations containing turquoise, but with lilac and pink, that will look especially beautiful. And Vanya, I will talk about it at the very end, okay? Or when we take a little break. Just a moment. Sherry is making a pendant. Connie is finishing something else. Okay, Brit Marie is using some from the box and some from other boxes. Vanya, I explain the next step, and then I will talk about lunch break tomorrow. Cora is using her own colors. So, part of the Beading School Academy experience, or until I'm actually finishing this step so I can tell you about the lunch break experience. So, Beading School Academy. We get lots of questions from you, like, what is actually Beading School Academy? Is it a workshop? Is it a subscription? Is it just a bead box? Is it like tutorials, or what is it? And it's actually a very different thing, and we wanted to create the most complex and the best BD experience for you. And we wanted you, when we were thinking about the concept, then I was thinking about the times of going to school, that what I really enjoyed about school. And besides learning about things that I liked, for example, for me, it was art and literature. Besides that, for me, it was also very important to get to know my classmates and to go with them through different adventures. And I was thinking about a way how to bring back that kind of connection into Beading School Academy too. So that's why every Saturday you will be able to meet your classmates over a Zoom call. Sometimes I will be there, sometimes it will be only you and fellow students. It's not a workshop, it's an opportunity to meet each other. And if you navigate to the virtual classroom through the Beading School Academy page that is in the top menu of beadingschool.com, then there is a picture written lunchroom on it. And tomorrow, before we start, it's 7 p.m. Central European time, so 2 hours after our usual time. Today it's 5 p.m. when we have met, and tomorrow we will meet at 7 p.m. And I will add a Zoom link that you can access from that part, and then you will be able to spend some time with your fellow Beading School Academy students, be together, chat together, get to know each other. Vanya, do you have anything else, or anyone else? Do you have something specific on your mind, what we would like to learn about it? In the meanwhile, Cora will make earrings because she can wear them to work. And Lynn says, it has finally cooled down here on the Pacific coast, so I have been baking now new gluten-free walnut bread and banana bread. First time I have turned on my oven in over 4 months. Enjoy your banana bread. And Annie will bead it later. Lutka selected her colors. Faye is watching and beading tomorrow. Claire is going to a Jethro Tull concert. Enjoy! Vanya is getting really interested at Art Nouveau and plique-à-jour. That's a very fascinating technique of making jewels that was popular during the Art Nouveau era. And hi Esther, and hi Gisela. So I have finished step 3. And let's see step 4. I will be adding my second color of round 15 seed beads in between the 2 round 15 seed beads that I added in the previous step. And then I pick up a 3mm fire polished bead. I pick up a MIYUKI Delica 11, and another 3mm fire polished bead. I bead through around 15 seed bead on the corner of the motif. Then I pick up one round 15 seed bead in my second color. I bead through the second bead from the pair, and again I continue by picking up a fire polished bead, a MIYUKI Delica, and another fire polished bead. I bead through one round 15 seed bead, and then again I add around 15 seed bead in my second color. So, Vanya asks, lunch break, you will not always be there, so how do we know how to proceed? Will there be a moderator? For the first ones, well, it's a lunch break, so teachers are not always present at a lunch break. Teachers trust students to behave nicely to each other, so it's not something that I can be there every Saturday. So for the first couple of Saturdays, I will be there tomorrow. Next week, one of my colleagues, Andrea, will be there with you. And then afterwards, I will probably ask for some volunteers from the group who every week someone could be the moderator, but it's not intended to be a moderated discussion. It's a place, lunch break is a lunch break, so it's a place to get to know each other, to have some friendly chats, to be together. It is not supposed to be a moderated discussion. So it's just spending time together and having fun together. And Joyce says, I only heard part of what you said about making the garden bracelet, and this one from my academy box. Which ones do I need out of other boxes so I still have enough for my garden bracelet, please? Joyce, the main color of the bracelets, I used the same matte gold color for both of them. So I'm not sure that it will be enough for 2 bracelets. So please choose one bracelet where you would like to use the matte gold round 15s. And also the PRECIOSA 𝐂𝐿 rhinestones, the 4mm 𝐂𝐿 rhinestones in metal settings. If you have the turquoise box, then you have 10 pieces, 1 color of the PRECIOSA rhinestones. If you have the fuchsia box, then you have 2 colors of the PRECIOSA rhinestones. So then if you have the fuchsia, then you can use 1 color, for example, the fuchsia rhinestones for the magic garden bracelet, and you can use the emerald color for the Satie bracelet, for example. You're welcome. Vanya, did I answer your question, by the way? Or would you like to know some more? I'm adding the groups of fire polished, MIYUKI Delica, and fire polished. Or does anyone else have another question? Okay, then I'm glad. So how are you ladies doing with the bracelet? I am adding my last group of 3mm fire polished bead, and I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I have to frog. a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago, someone said during a broadcast that, Erika, this is the first time that I see you frogging, like ripping apart something. And I have a feeling that since then, I had to frog maybe like 3 times, 4 times during a broadcast. So it's happening. But this was quick, luckily. So I'm adding my last group of fire polished bead and MIYUKI Delica and fire polished bead. I bead through around 15 seed bead in my first color, and also the very first round 15 seed bead in my second color that I have added in this step. And this is how I finish the fourth step of the Satie bracelet. And then in step 5, I am adding groups of 5 round 15 seed beads in between the round 15 seed beads in the second color and the MIYUKI Delica sitting in between the fire polished beads. And Vanya is mentioning my special guest. So, in a couple of weeks, thank you for mentioning that, Vanya. In a couple of weeks, on the 12th of October, we will have coffee time with Erika. Just like every Tuesday, it's always at the same time as today, always the same times on Tuesdays. And while on Fridays, we have no one has to bead alone, so we are beading together. On Tuesdays, there is always, it's more like a beady talk show, so we talk about a specific topic. In the past, we talked about, for example, how to use filigrees in your beadwork, or where to find inspiration, how to store finished jewelry, and so on. And on the 12th of October, I will have a special guest joining me, and it will be a really unique opportunity to meet through a live video with one of the best beading artists in the world, Helena Tanglim. So on the 12th of October, during coffee time with Erika, on a Tuesday afternoon or morning, if you are in the United States, you can meet Helena Tanglim of 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐋 Lady and ask her questions and get to know how did she learn to bead and get to know how does she work and design. So I am really looking forward to it, and I'm very, very happy about it that Helena will visit us for a coffee. So if you have, please tell me, is there something specific what you would want to ask from Helena? What would you want to know about her? Vanya is asking, and besides Gina, any other designers showing off the Academy boxes? So, yeah, Gina of Orchid and Opal, she was the first beady influencer on YouTube who showed what's inside the Beadingschool Academy box. And she already designed 2 different jewels, very nice ones. You can see them if you look back at Coffee Time with Erika from earlier this week. And she's preparing also a tutorial for one of those jewels that will come, if I know well, then around the 10th of October. And besides her, Alicia of Beautiful Nights, she was also opening a Beadingschool Academy box, and we have one more bead artist who will be playing with the Academy box, but that's a secret for now. I am now adding the last 5 round 15 seed beads, and that's how I'm finishing step 5. I will bead one more time through the first group that I have added, and then I continue with step 6. And I just noticed, ladies, that I forgot to change the little abbreviations that you see in the corner telling you that what kind of beads do you need in that specific step. I would like to apologize for it. I had a bit of a hectic afternoon with some surprising events, and I was in a bit of a hurry when I was finishing the illustrations, so I'm sorry about the mistake. I hope that by following also the printable file, it is clear that which kind of beads in which step do you need to use. So, and Vanya and everyone else, what would you want to ask from Helena Tanglim when we are meeting her on the 12th of October? And bye, Gisela. It was nice meeting you at least a little bit. In step 6, there are 2 little things happening what I am doing with my motif. So my thread is hanging from a group of 5 round 15 seed beads towards a MIYUKI Erika. And I'm going to add over every corner of the motif a group of 3 beads. MIYUKI Erika, around 15 seed bead in my 3rd color, and another MIYUKI Erika. Then I bead through 5 round 15 seed beads. I skip the one in the 2nd color that's in between the 2 groups, and I continue into the next group of 5 round 15 seed beads. Donna says she loves my colors. Thank you so much, Donna. Almost I am playing with this pink, purple, and also green tones, and everything together with this matted golden shades, mimicking the favorite colors, the most popular colors of Art Nouveau. So you will see more in this color combination, I'm sure. And Vania says, I don't really know much about her, but she mentioned something about couture jewelry that she loves. Not sure I understand that. Couture jewelry, that's like art jewelry, like as a... And thank you for the question, Vania. So as like really the highest fashion, it's called haute couture. Then also there is like the equivalent in jewelry when like really the highest quality artistic jewelry. So Helena is inspired by artistic jewelry, and if you visit her webpage, it's 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐄 Beads, then you will see what she's talking about. That you look at her pieces and they are just pure luxury. Every detail is so well worked out, so much in balance that it's just perfection. If I had to choose one word to describe Helena's style, then it's perfection. And if two, then it's perfection and luxury. Check her out. Check her out. It's amazing. I'm quickly posting the link to make sure that you can find her. And I have actually also besides spending time with her as with a colleague during some of the shows where I was lucky to meet her. Then last year during the summer, I also participated in one of her workshops, and it was also a very, very nice experience. So if you would like to develop your beading knowledge even further, then I really recommend to check out Helena's classes. Martina says that she just subscribed. And yes, that's her main source of inspiration. Yeah, artistic jewelry, and also Chinese and Singaporean traditions have a big impact on Helena's style. And it comes together in a beautiful way. This elegance, and then you have these pieces with kind of an exotic touch where you can see that she has a background in these cultural traditions. I am now adding the last trio of beads on the corner of my little motif. And this is how it looks like. And I have enough rhinestones, I think, that I will make a piece of matching earring. I am thinking about attaching this glass drop to the bottom. What do you think? I already have a bracelet. And I have this pendant. So this time I always admiring Kata that she manages to bead whole sets of jewels, not just one piece. So finally, since this is such a quick motif, I could also bead the whole set, and I am very, very happy that I was able to do that. I think I will stay with this small Preciosa drop. Katie thinks it goes well together. Martina agrees. Jessica agrees. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Marianne. So, I finished my little motif. Do you ladies have any other questions about today's bracelet? I hope you are well on your way of finishing your jewel. A bracelet, an earring, a pendant, whatever your heart desires today. And I'm really curious to see what you come up with. And I think it would also be, what do you think? I think it would also be nice to maybe bead a multi-row bracelet as a statement piece. The pendant reminds me of a Byzantine cross. Thank you, Irene. And Lynn says, I have a beady friend coming to visit next Friday and can't wait to introduce her to your tutorials. She's not on Facebook, but I will convince her to join and we will be beading at the beach. Lynn, enjoy the company of your beading friend very much. Wishing you a nice time at the beach, and thank you for introducing her. No one has to bead alone. She can, if she does not want to join Facebook, then she can also find at least the recordings of the classes on YouTube and the Beading School YouTube channel. So that's another option. And Joyce says, I guess you are going to add the blue BICONE to the earrings too. I'm not sure about that. I was thinking about it. Thanks for like bringing it up, Joyce. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, maybe maybe it will be nicer if I make this hanging part longer. And of course, you're right. Adding the BICONE, it's the amethyst 2xAB from the box, by the way, if someone would like to know the color, amethyst 2xAB. So that would make it just the right length, I think. Someone is not happy with the monochrome. And thank you, Anna. And ladies, now I would like to thank you for your time today. And thank you for being here. Thank you for beading with each other, beading with me, and to keep each other company. And tomorrow, if you are a Beading School Academy student, then you can join me for a lunch break to spend some fun time together. Please find more information in the Beading School Academy classroom. In the main menu on the web page, you find the Academy, and there you will find tomorrow the Zoom link to join the class. So I am really looking forward to seeing your creations, and I am really looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a nice rest of the day and have a nice creative weekend. Bye-bye.